Now, to see what's hitting the airwaves today, I'm joined by the pride of talk radio in Toronto, News Talk 1010's Jerry Agar. I'm just joking, Theo. Hey, Jerry.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. I'm just having too much fun here today.
Well, that's what you should be doing.
Right? Absolutely. Okay, so listen, what's this about banning circumcision?
Well, that is actually something that's going to be up for public consideration in San Francisco, I guess. And a woman writing in the National Post has an article, which I found very interesting today, where she insists that her life was saved by the fact that her husband was circumcised. Now, the detail here is that he contracted HIV from a blood transfusion many years ago when they didn't know about that. Blood supply, obviously, has been cleaned up in that regard. But that's what happened, and she references studies that show that there is a belief in some quarters of the scientific community that there is a reduced, not an eliminated, but reduced risk of men passing on sexually transmitted diseases if they are circumcised.
Listen, I just don't know what happened to choice. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of things we could be banning in this world. Circumcision, I just think it should be the parent's choice.
I also have a suspicion, and this is just my idea. I could be wrong, but I think that, since for some communities there's a religious element to it, there are just those people who can't tolerate the fact that somebody might make a religious choice.
Yeah, heavens to Betsy, we don't want that. You also said you wanted to talk about weight loss surgery for 12-year-olds.
Well, doesn't that seem creepy?
Yeah, what is that about? This is a story I have not heard about.
Well, the first hospital in Canada, apparently, that's going to do it is Sick Children's Hospital in Toronto. And, look, I understand that they are alarmed by the fact that they're seeing 300-400-pound children. One doctor quoted as saying that he's actually seeing now, fat babies. All of that kind of stuff is very concerning, but I kind of go along with one psychologist quoted saying, if you are going to drive your child to the 7-Eleven at the end of the block to buy 24 cases of soda he insists on drinking, then maybe he's got a problem you should be managing.
Well, and you are probably the biggest problem. You know what? It's not that I would ever watch trash TV like Maury Povich, but somebody told me that Maury Povich does these shows where they have these fat babies on. And parents have been known to say things like, I have to hide the treats in the trunk of the car. Here's an idea, don't buy the treats.
What do you mean hide the treats in the trunk of the car? How about make the kid do a lap? I mean, it's just incredible and really sad that we have, lots of people are overweight, and I could lose a few pounds just so I don't sound holier than thou here. But if you're allowing a child to get to 300 to 400 pounds, that's child abuse, first of all.
Couldn't agree with you more. And here's one for you that's really jacked up. Charles Adler first posted this story. I now have it on my Facebook, which you can go on Facebook and read, Jackie.Delaney, about children as young as 3 years old in Great Britain who are taking part in pole dancing lessons.
Pole dancing lessons for 3-year-olds?
Yeah. Isn't that lovely?
Well, what's the costuming involved here?
What's that?
What's the costuming involved?
It's sweats and stuff, but it's just apparently the mothers that are taking their children to these classes are saying, oh, it's great exercise for them. And besides, they don't know the sexual connotations. And then some of the pictures that are actually posted, thankfully, they have the children's faces blurred out. But it's very sexual. It's like, what is wrong with you? Well, look, tell your child to go play in the sandbox.
The pole has a stripper connotation. That's what it's called. There's a reason for that. And if you want your kids to exercise, and God bless you if you do, what's wrong with the parallel bars or the monkey bars? Or, there's plenty of other things you can use in order for children to get exercise.
It's like you said, do a lap.
Yeah.
Wouldn't kill you. Anyways, Jerry, thank you.
Thank you.
That is Jerry Agar, the pride of talk radio in Southern Ontario. He hosts a show called The Jerry Agar Show on News Talk 1010.